not an easy one. I have had to pray and reflect on what I feel is best for our district, teachers, and students. Changing the name of Robert E. Lee High School doesn't alter the history that is attached to his actions. Robert E. Lee has been dead now over 148 years. Why should we give present-day power to his actions by continuing to place a negative stereotype on a school building named after him? The students make the high school. The names on a building doesn't determine a student's experience. Things like their participation in overall educational journey, there is what determines the experience. To be very honest, the name of the high school was not a public issue a few years ago. These concerns have been fueled by the individuals and the groups pursuing their own personal political agenda. We must keep the students in mind first and foremost. These discussions have not only torn our community apart, but they have torn us into a mockery from outside looking in. When there are individuals who resort to making threats to the board members and overloading personal inboxes with messages in regards to this matter, the situation has gone too far. To those who say that by keeping the name is honoring a legacy of hate, needed to be remembered that hate is a learned behavior. Hate and prejudice is taught, and the first line of defense to that is at home. A name on a building shouldn't foster that. If anything, it should teach the students how far we as a nation have come, and by how much more work we have to do in steps towards equality. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Washington. The Tyler ISD Board of Trustees will meet tonight to make a challenging decision, which in the end will result in no winners. There are no winners when hatred, racism, personal attacks, electronic threats, news media frenzy, public spectacles, divisive language ring out from our lips, our pens, and our hearts. In the end, it really is about this present generation of students and future generations. We sought this political office to positively impact the students. We serve by providing opportunities to raise their achievement level commensurate with graduating on time, prepared for the rigor of college or the world of work. You elected citizens to a position who will make sound, intelligent decisions about the education of the students. Trustees are not political puppets. We are not making Democratic Party decisions or Republican Party decisions. We are making decisions that will impact the lives of children for generations to come. We must produce competent students and intelligent future leaders. We are advocates for children and teachers and the school administration. I shudder to think that all these years, you may have your classes back. Out of all these years that I have lived in this city, that someone wants to make the school board, this board that has, this board, I'm speaking of this board now, and maybe even the board before this board. We have worked together for the only reason, one reason, and contrary to what folks say, that is our only purpose, If not, then TEA needs to back off of us, because we have been charged by the Texas Education Agency to put the education of our students in the forefront. I would love to see you have a passion for our students and the education of our students. Now, all of a sudden, the school board that has worked to make sure we have quality facilities for your sons and daughters to be educated in, now all of a sudden, we are being put on the forefront of a cultural issue, a societal concern. Well, since you have made us that, this is an intelligent school board who thinks through situations logically, and we have done that. But let's just say in the future, I certainly hope that you will take that same consideration for your city council. We're talking about Confederacy. We have streets in the city of Tyler named after Confederates. But all of a sudden, it's on the school board. And our only job should be to educate children and produce sons and daughters who can go out into the world of work and be outstanding contributing members of society. That's our only purpose here. So tonight, I conclude there will not be a winner. The children ought to be the winners. The students charged to our keeping should be the winners. There have been school boards before this school board. And there are those who are talking. They were on the school board. Why didn't they take up this issue? I was a student at Scotland when Robert E. Lee had to change their mascot, their school song. I don't know what else. I know that flag had to go. You had to do those changes. Why wasn't it changed then? So it was not. Now, because of what is happening over the world today, no, not the world, the United States, certain states in the United States, this has been forced upon us. Now, I personally, Mr. President, I don't like how we went about it. I don't even like how it came about. And what I like maybe is not important. But I think after having spent all those years in education and going on now 14 years on this board, there is a way we ought to go about things. And I don't think we have gone about it in the appropriate way. This board is about the education of students, providing facilities thanks to you citizens. Facilities our students can go in and be proud of. Facilities that you as parents help to provide and can go in and be proud of. And in the end, that is still our final responsibility, the education of students. And I regret we have been placed into this predicament, but we have. And so tonight, I suppose we'll be forced to make a decision, one way or another, about what will happen with the names of Robert E. Lee High School, Robert E. Lee, General Robert E. Lee, who was a Confederate, and John Tyler, who was a Confederate. I think it's so interesting, though. I know the name Robert E. Lee has been associated with white supremacy and all of that, but they were both Confederates. I've talked to historians today. You didn't give me a time limit. I've talked to historians today.
I'm smarter than that.
Oh, you could have. Folk who majored in history, who love history. And I've listened to them. And I've listened to all of you. I've read all of your emails. I just got tired of responding. I have read your email. So I have read all of your emails. I've been in situations in public where attacks were made upon Mrs. Washington and upon me. That says to me, and I'll say it and put it in the newspaper, that the black community is divided, and once we continue to attack each other, then the other citizens of the community will come to the conclusion that we don't know how to work together. I have sat and listened. I'm sitting there looking at some of you out there now. African American citizens. I may not have always agreed with you, but I listened to you. I didn't attack you. I listened to you out of respect because that's how I was taught. And so you want me to act another way, I'm not going to act another way. My mother taught me to be respectful. And I grew up in segregated times. I could easily be a bitter, say it, black woman. But I am not. And I'm not going to die a bitter person because I had to go through the segregation and all that came with it. I'm not going to be bitter. And I believe that this school district and this board has pledged itself. We have pledged ourselves to make a positive impact in the lives of our students. And so I don't come against you because you don't believe what I believe. I just say, all right, that's your thought, thank you. But somewhere down the line, we got to learn to respect each other for your beliefs. And still you can differ with one another. Concluding statement, third concluding statement, I guess. My mother taught me to think for myself. And so tonight, my decision will be a decision I have made, and I will have thought for myself, but it will be contingent upon listening to all of you, and especially the students who have come before us, and the students that I have spoken with in individual sessions. Amen. Praise the Lord.